This is the anthem. Here's what you came for. This is the moment magic was made for. Come on, let's light up the sky now. You feel the magic happening right now.
Hello there. Welcome back to Fan Fatales.
Take a ride with us on the Hogwarts Express.
Walk down Main Street with our best super pals.
And defy gravity as we talk about all things fandom.
Hello, and welcome back to Fan Fatales, a member of the Real Fans Podcast Network. I'm Emma.
And I'm Gaby, and we're going to talk about some of the announcements at this year's D23 Expo.
Yes, I tried to get as much as I could.
There was a lot of information, though. I saw, like, half of it, and I'm a little overwhelmed, just from as much was, like, put out on social media.
I was watching the live streams.
Yeah.
I was watching all the live streams from Friday to Sunday.
Oh, and just a little heads up, I know I sound a little congested. I'm still getting over a little bit of COVID that I had, so it's still out there. Be safe, people.
Yeah, be safe.
Yep.
So yeah, like, just before we get into everything, D23 revealed that in 2023, for the Walt Disney Studios 100th year anniversary celebration.
Is insane.
Yes, it is. It will be themed 100 Years of Wonder. So everything from movies to theme park decorations will be surrounding this Disney 100 celebration.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
I don't know, but let's go.
13 pages of notes.
Let's go.
And no fandom news, because this is all fandom news.
It really is.
Yeah. So let's get started with the first panel of D23, which is the Disney Legends panel.
Which we did already talk about a little bit.
Yes, we've mentioned their honorees, but I figured we'd go into, like, what makes.
Yeah, for sure.
And who can get honored.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the legends are chosen by a selection committee formerly appointed and chaired by the late Roy E. Disney. And since its inception, the program has honored gifted animators, Imagineers, songwriters, actors, and business leaders that made a significant impact on the Disney legacy. Mm-hmm. On October 16th, 1998, the new Disney Legends Plaza was dedicated at the Walt Disney Studios to commemorate the 75th anniversary of the Walt Disney Company.
Do you want me to go?
The award has... Sure, I don't care.
So the award has three distinct elements that characterize the contributions made by each recipient. The first one is called the spiral, which stands for imagination or the power of an idea. The second one is the hand, which holds the gift of skill, discipline, and craftsmanship. And the third is the wand and the star, which represent magic, the spark that is ignited when imagination and skill combine to create a new dream.
Yes. And as we've mentioned before, this year's honorees included Anthony Anderson, Kristen Bell, Chadwick Boseman, Rob Coltrane, Patrick Dempsey, Robert Prince, Bob Foster, Jonathan Groff, Don Hahn, Josh Gad, Doris Hardin, Idina Menzel, Chris Montan, Ellen Pompeo, and Tracy Ellis Ross.
Yeah.
So besides naming the newest class of Disney Legends, the D23 Expo is the convention where fans of all things Disney and owned by Disney, so Pixar, Star Wars, Marvel, 20th Century, they get to hear the newest and largest projects for the next couple years. So we're just going to break down all of the big announcements from this past weekend and talk about our opinions on them.
Okay.
So the first little category is like video games and like mobile games.
Why'd you say mobile like that? Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
Are you from the UK? I was like, I'm gonna ring her on my mobile.
You know what? I've been doing homework all day. It's 5 o'clock. Like,
It's wine o'clock. No, I'm drinking tea.
it's 1 o'clock for me, though.
I'm still drinking tea. I got this, like, nasty shit in my throat. Ooh, sorry. I got this nasty stuff in my throat from this cold. Oh, man, you guys. It's been tough.
Yes.
So
the first game is Disney Illusion Island, which will be a new 2D platformer starring Mickey, Minnie, Donald, and Goofy. It is set to arrive exclusively on Nintendo Switch in 2023. And the art style looks similar to the recent round of Mickey Mouse shorts.
which
so,
is
like,
adorable.
I love them. I was going to talk about the potato one.
My
that we love.
favorite.
I know.
Potato
That's why I was going to
land.
mention it.
Potato
Land.
land. My favorite. Everybody's favorite.
Yes.
It's iconic, truly.
The story will see Mickey and friends embarking on a quest to, quote, explore the mysterious islands of Moneth and recover 3 mystical books to save the world from disaster, end quote.
Sounds kind of like the plot to Gravity Falls.
Yeah.
Exploring through Gravity Falls, finding the 3 books to save the end of the world. Sounds very similar.
So you can play as each one of the characters, and they will have their own ability. Donald will have the ability to swim, and Goofy's ability is to use a ginormous condiment bottle.
Which is, like, very vague, but also, do you also picture a mustard bottle? Because I picture a mustard bottle.
Yes, I was picturing, like, a giant
yellow
bottle.
mustard bottle. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it supports online and local split screen co-op.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So the next one is going to be Marvel Midnight Suns, which was put on indefinite delay like a long time ago. But now it's going to be released on December 2nd of this year, so of 2022. And it'll be for new gen consoles and PC. So I assume that means the consoles that are going to come out around the Christmas season
Probably.
this year. Along with the iPhone 14. Found that out. And I was like, damn. Unfortunately, the Switch version still has no release date. But that's probably because they're working on the Mickey Friends game for the Switch.
Yeah.
And they figured, well, this has consoles and PC. You don't need to do it on Switch yet. So Marvel's Midnight Suns will be getting prequel shorts beginning on October 31st, so Halloween, that are, quote, a set of 5 short videos that provide backstory on the formation of the young core of the Midnight Suns, end quote.
Yes.
So
And it's going to be on Disney+.
Yes. And so it sounds to me like we're going to get an entirely new team of heroes, which I think is going to be really exciting.
That's what it seems like from the artwork. Because I think I saw the panel. Like, so they had like a set release of these are the panels we're streaming for D23. But in between them, they would have like mini panels. Which is like when I saw Ridley Pearson talk about his Cautionary Tales book that comes out in October.
Emma's best friend.
Yeah.
I tease Emma because she and Ridley did that interview not too long ago, and now they're like besties. She's all the time like, oh my gosh, Ridley and I did this. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, they're like besties now.
Yeah. The next game is Marvel World of Heroes, and it says that Pokemon Go developer Niantic has revealed it has partnered with Marvel Entertainment to develop Marvel World of Heroes, an AR game that will let fans create their very own superhero and team up with their favorite Marvel characters in the real world.
So
and for those...
It sounds kind of similar to like the Harry Potter game that they came out with a few years ago. Like
that got canceled?
No, it did come out.
It did, but they recently shut it down.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as Pokemon Go, honestly. Pokemon Go, that was like the height of Niantic, like AR tech. I don't know if they're ever gonna get that again. 2016 was a year, you know.
Yeah.
That was when it was like real popular. Like me and my friends in high school, we would go to the beach just to play Pokemon Go and walk around the little beach town just for Pokemon Go because they had the best spots.
I remember still being like a little bit into it. It might have been the Harry Potter one, when I came up in 2019 for school, and my dorm was one of the, like, spots that, like, kept on respawning stuff every, like, 5 seconds. So I'd be in my bed just, like, swiping.
Yeah.
And for those that are interested in Marvel World of Heroes, they can pre-register now at marvelworldofheroes.com ahead of its global launch on mobile devices in 2023.
The last one that we have is going to be Marvel Snap, which is a free-to-play collectible card game set in the Marvel Universe, which will officially launch globally on mobile and PC on October 18th of 2022. I'm assuming from the title that it's the game Snap, but with Marvel characters, but I could be wrong.
I have no idea. That's what I'd assume too.
There's like no description. I've seen it, but I've not seen any description for it or like what it's gonna be. So this one's kind of a little bit still in the dark, even though it's supposed to be coming out the soonest.
I'm looking it up.
However, players can pre-register for Marvel Snap right now, and it promises over 150 Marvel characters and villains, and a shorter average match time than other games in the genre to get players right into the action. So maybe it's not a card game. I have no idea. Well, it says card game.
So it's available on iOS, Android, and Windows PC.
So what is it? Is it like Snap, but with Marvel?
The fastest card battler in the multiverse is here. Assemble your Marvel Dream Team for a super roster of your favorite heroes and villains, then make your move. Marvel Snap unleashes the entire Marvel Universe into a fast-paced, adrenaline-pumping, strategic card battler.
So it's like Magic the Gathering, but with Marvel.
Yes, but...
And on digital.
Mobile and PC. Yes.
Interesting. Okay. Not at all what I expected. I expected, like, the card game Snap, you know, where you're like...
Yeah.
That's what I expected. I was like, oh, cool, it's actually going to be cards. No.
Yeah. Oh, ready to go over to the Disney Parks and Experiences panel? That was just insanity.
Man. There's a ton. So I'm going to cover the Disneyland stuff, and Emma's going to cover Disney World.
And then I'll cover the Disney World, and then we'll just switch off for cruise line and international parks.
Yeah. Cool. So, there's a lot going on. There's like a whole page just for Disneyland alone.
Yeah.
So, and DCA. So, it's the Disneyland Resort.
Yeah.
So, first thing that I'm super stoked about, we see the return of the Magic Happens Parade. Yes. We're also going to have the Mandalorian and Grogu coming to Galaxy's Edge starting in November, only in California's Galaxy's Edge, which is like...
Yes. We have the Star Cruiser Hotel, which is why we'll never get characters outside of the sequel trilogy.
Okay. Next, because of the 100 years of the animation studio, Disney's going to be doing 100 Years of Wonder, which will be where... Starting next year, guests will be able to experience brand new platinum decorations around the Disneyland Resort for the 100th year celebration of the animation studio. I can't stress that enough. It's of the animation studio. I was reading this and I was like, Disneyland has another like 30 years before it turns 100 years old.
Yeah,
No.
Is, that's weird about it is Disney World isn't getting like anything for the 100th year.
Right?
It's only Disneyland.
I know. And so you would think it would be like a 100-year celebration. Because I was reading this and I was like, hold on. The 65th year celebration was not that long ago. It was just like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. It was in 2020. So I was like, what?
Yeah.
So, yes, it's for the animation studio, not for the parks. But in late January, Disneyland Resort is going to have 2 brand new nighttime spectaculars. So DCA will be getting an update of World of Color called World of Color 1. Okay, and concept art for the show includes characters from Mulan, The Lion King, Encanto, Coco, Moana, and Soul. So why is it called World of Color 1? They couldn't have thought of like a more creative name.
I don't know.
Like,
I just wrote down what they announced.
I know, but like Disney.
And honestly, I thought I heard Josh D'Amaro wrong because he was presenting because he's the chairman of Disney Parks Experiences and Products.
But no.
yeah, no. It's World of Color 1.
Why not, like, I don't know. Like, World of Color International, or, like, World of Color All Together, or something like that. You know, why is it World of Color 1? That's so boring. Unless it's, like, a working title and they don't actually have the title for it yet, because they do that sometimes. Because this isn't supposed to be till, like, January, and so, right, we have, like, 6 months till then.
October, November, December, January. That's 4 months.
Okay, 4 months till then. Still, that's 4 months to come up with, like, a better name than that. So sometimes they release it and they're like, this is what we're calling it. And then, like, a few months later, you're like, just kidding. We changed it. So we'll keep an eye on that because I think that's a stupid name. I don't hold back with these opinions. Woo! Next, we'll have Disneyland Wondrous Journeys, which is going to focus on 100 years of the Disney Animation Studio to celebrate all 61 animated films to date. And the brand new song was debuted at D23.
Yeah, which one was okay. Of course, like, we have Happily Ever After over here, so I'm always like, Jordan Fisher, everything.
I don't know why they don't make Jordan Fisher just do all of the music for all of the Disney
That's
parks
what I'm saying.
time.
I thought he was going to come out, because he had already come out on stage to sing Happily Ever After.
So they were
I was
like, why wouldn't they just announce, be like, oh, by the way, and Jordan Fisher's singing the new song for the new 100-year anniversary.
Because he was already there, especially because Disney Plus, they did like a recap of each day. Mm-hmm. And it was him and Ashley Eckstein, of all people, doing the like hosting of it. Of like, this is what happened yesterday at D23.
Okay, Disney really loves to put Ashley Eckstein and stuff. Like,
yeah.
I met her.
They were using her a lot.
Very nice lady. Super nice. However, they put her in a lot of stuff.
Yeah. He was, like, interviewing the Percy Jackson kids. Like, he was interviewing everyone.
It's Jordan Fisher and Ashley Eckstein is their two favorites, you know?
Yeah.
It's because, you know what it is?
Jordan Fisher, Disney's golden child recently.
It's because they're always available.
Yeah.
Like, I hate to say it, but that's definitely what it is. It's because, like...
Yeah, my RA friends, we've been doing movie nights on Tuesdays, and we did Teen Beach Movie, and I was like, oh, look, it's Disney's golden boy.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, moving on. New Orleans Square will have Tiana's Bayou Adventure coming soon to both Disneyland and Walt Disney Resorts in 2024. So, Anna Kanoni Rose is back as Princess Tiana for the redesign, along with Bruno Campos as Prince Naveen, Michael Leon Woolley as Louis, and Jennifer Lewis as Mama Odie. Hold on, but we got Ray?
Those were the voice actors that were announced to be coming back. Because it takes place after the events of the film.
Doesn't mean you can't have, like, the ghost of Lil Ray being like, oh, shit. Okay, let's be honest. Ray is the best character in that entire movie.
Yeah.
Like, no hate to Tiana. Love Tiana. She's fantastic. One of my favorite Disney princesses. She's, like, up there. Love her. But Ray, he just, like, brings the movie just a little bit better. Just saying. Mm-hmm. But, yes, the ride will take place after the events of the film. And after Tiana's... Palace. I get that word confused with place all the time. Let me try that again. Sorry, Kara. I have to look at it really hard because otherwise I'm like, So, the ride will take place after the events of the film, after Tiana's Palace has become a big success, and it's going to follow Tiana and Naveen as they decide to expand their business and establish an employee-owned food cooperative, Tiana's Foods, which has purchased an old salt mine to serve as headquarters, as Tiana prepares to host for a large Mardi Gras party. Sorry, I just said Mardi Gras. It's Mardi Gras party. She and guests will journey into the bayou to find a key ingredient for the festivities. Okay, Imagineers. I love what you do. You're great. I think this is great. I'm so excited for the revamp. I mean, I remember like when we first talked about it, I was like kind of pissed about it, but like they've been talking about this for a long time now. It's been like 3 years. Like, come on, let's get it rolling.
Yeah.
And like, I'm stoked. I think it's going to be really cool. I think it's going to modernize an attraction that has been very in desperate need of modernization. I mean,
Yes.
I understand the original need to put it in, like, in the 70s when they were like, yeah, let's do a vlog. Like, if you've seen the Imagineering story, I mean, he goes through the whole story about they needed IP, and the only thing that they could think of was Song of the South, which, fine. However, nobody knows that movie anymore.
No.
For a good reason. It's a bad movie. It's a very racist movie. Like, okay, we get it. It was like the 40s, you know, maybe a little later than the 40s, but still, it was before the 60s. The integration hadn't happened really yet, so I don't know. I think it's at this point it's necessary. You know, there's a lot of people that are like, but the nostalgia. It's like, yeah, but like, how many of your kids actually know this movie? Like, when we re-update it into Tiana, like, everybody's gonna know, you know? It's Tiana.
Yeah, especially because, Josh Tomorrow, he mentioned, and we'll get into more of when he mentioned this when we get to Disney World.
Yeah.
But he mentioned that they're trying to bring more of the last 2 decades of Disney movies,
which I think,
into the parks for the younger.
Yeah,
audience.
which I think is really important to keep up with that, because eventually there's going to be attractions that only people our age like actually know the movies, and like
Walt Disney said, keep moving forward.
Yeah,
which is why that is in Meet the Robinsons.
Yeah, and it's like eventually only the parents are going to be able to enjoy most of the stuff in Disney because the kids just don't know it anymore. Yeah, like, okay, as much as I love the Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, as much as I love it...
No one knows that. I don't know
There's a small handful of people that have actually seen the movie, me being one of them. And it has, like... First of all, it has nothing to do with the movie. It is completely different from the movie. There's 2 segments in the movie. It's part of the package films. It's really good. Watch it. It's part of the one with Ichabod and Sleepy Hollow. It's great.
Yeah.
It's a great one. However, there is nothing to do with it. Ichabod Crane at Sleepy Hollow is like the Halloween movie, and Mr. Toad is like a Christmas movie. And they're like in the same package film because they're both for the holidays. And then there's Mr. Toad's Wild Ride where you're in a car and you go to hell. Like, what does that have anything to do with the movie? And so eventually, like, I get it. That's going to have to change. It's probably going to be updated into, like, I don't know, Encanto or something. Which, like, would be cool. I would totally be... Yeah. Or Coco. A Coco dark ride. That would be bomb.
You are kind of talking about some stuff that is in the works at Walt Disney World right now.
See, I got a good brain. Let's keep going with this. So Disneyland will also be getting a Tiana's Palace restaurant, which I'm assuming is going to take the place of the Country Bear Jamboree, but I'm not sure.
It's somewhere in New Orleans Square.
Okay. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't they put it next to the ride?
Because they're expanding out where the ride is going to be part of New Orleans Square now. They're expanding New Orleans Square's limits.
But the thing is, the Haunted Mansion is between New Orleans Square and... So is the Haunted Mansion now going to become part of New Orleans, or like...
I don't know.
Because so at Disneyland it goes New Orleans, and then it goes Haunted Mansion, and then Country Bears.
Isn't Haunted Mansion over there like more... What style house is yours?
It's like a plantation style house. So like it fits...
That still works.
It fits, but it would make more sense if Haunted Mansion and Splash Mountain split.
It says when I look up Disneyland Haunted Mansion that its home is in New Orleans Square.
Oh, well. There's also pirates over there. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff over there that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, why are the pirates in New Orleans? Pirates is like right between Adventureland and New Orleans. It kind of bridges the gap between the two. So it's like, okay, fine. You exit out into New Orleans, right next to the Blue Bayou restaurant, which, if anybody knows, is one of my faves. I love going there, and I can never get a reservation because it's like 4 months in advance, and I decide in like 2 weeks, I'm like, I'm gonna go. So, anyway. So, in addition, New Orleans will be getting a Princess and the Frog themed gift shop. And from what we can tell from the concept art, it's going to be based around Tiana's mother, who is a seamstress in the original film, which is going to be so cute. And I'm kind of hoping it's going to be like Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique style.
I don't know about that, but that has been confirmed from, not just from the concept art, but they had a Tiana, like, a face character at the, like, Disney parks, like, showcase room in the, like, main area, not, like, a panel room, whatever. And she was like, oh, I can't wait for my mama to have her own shop. You should go visit it whenever it opens or whatever.
I think that's going to be really exciting.
It's going to be so cute.
Yeah. I mean, there already kind of is that sort of style in New Orleans, and there's a lot of buildings that just kind of look empty. They're just kind of like facades, so it would be really easy to throw something in there.
Yeah.
So, I'm excited.
Which I think is what they're doing. I'm excited too. I've always been excited for this revamp. Like, I have felt for a long time that Song of the South needed to be kicked out.
I mean, like we said, it's a racist movie to begin with. And
I've seen it.
It's irrelevant. Nobody even knows it anymore.
No.
The amount of people who've actually seen that movie is like this many. There's like,
and I'm part of it.
Yeah, Emma's a part of it. See, we both watch really obscure Disney movies.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I'm just excited. I think the modernization of the parks is going to be good. I think it's going to bring more recognition. Yep. I mean, I say modernization. Princess and the Frog came out 13 years ago.
2010.
12 years ago.
Right?
Yeah, 2010 or 2009.
No, it's something like that. No, I think
Rapunzel was 2010.
2009.
Yeah. So that's still 13 years ago.
Frozen turns 10 next year.
No, we're not talking about that. But
it does. I need you to know this. I found this out yesterday.
But we're not going to talk about it. So, but like, see, these are movies that like I watched in theaters. Like, I went to go see Princess and the Frog in theaters, and I watched Tangled in theaters. Like, so they're not even that new.
No. Like, we said 2009 for this one. I was 8 when it came out. Like, I was prime Princess and the Frog age.
Yeah, we both were.
Yeah.
So, like,
and that was the last 2D from Disney for a while.
I did see, though.
We're gonna get there. To Disney Wish. We're gonna get to Disney Wish. I'm so excited for that film.
Me too. Okay, so let me finish this because I've been taking forever. So Avengers Campus, moving forward, during the Legends ceremony, CEO Bob Chapek shared that Avengers Campus is expanding with a new attraction. And in the new attraction, you'll be able to battle alongside foes from everywhere. And everywhere, Kevin Feige said.
Every win.
Every win. That's a stupid phrase. Okay, Kevin Feige.
That is what Kevin Feige said.
Okay, whatever. He's... So there's going to be a new villain named King Thanos, and this is, quote, a Thanos that won, and the Avengers are not too happy about that, and you have to help them, end quote. There's no release date yet, but it kind of sounds like it's going to be similar to Web Slingers, which...
I think so.
In all honesty, didn't love that ride.
Yeah, I know.
Didn't love it.
I know that it's a multiverse ride because everyone is obsessed with the multiverse right now.
I don't know. In all honesty, I'm kind of disappointed with, like, the next generation of Marvel just because of, like...
I've been getting sick of Marvel. I know Kara's getting on me for not watching some of the new Marvel shows, but I'm just like, I'm getting sick of it.
Yeah, it's too much.
I'm getting back into DC more so than Marvel.
It's like content fatigue, you know? It's like there's too much coming out
Yeah.
all at once. I still haven't seen Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Rings.
I haven't seen Moon Knight
Haven't seen Hawkeye, haven't seen She-Hulk, haven't seen any of the new shows besides WandaVision and some of What If. It's too much, and I don't really like it, honestly.
I agree.
So we'll see. I did see this, which is going to be very exciting, that Hulk will be walking around in an Avengers suit starting next week at Avengers Campus. So that would be the week this comes out.
Yeah.
So that's this week.
Which is going to be crazy. He came on stage. So how they announced it was crazy.
I saw.
I remember watching this.
I saw this. It's amazing.
So, what's his name that plays Bruce Banner? Mark Ruffalo?
Yeah.
Is that his name? He, like, quote unquote zoomed in to the, like, panel and was like, hey guys, like, I see that you guys keep on doing, like, red and blue and red and gold, like, all this stuff and green and all or red and gold, red and blue, but you're missing some green over at Avengers Campus. You should get on that. And then right after that, Hulk walks out.
Love it. It was great.
It was crazy.
It was great. I did see that. It was awesome. Also, they did the Rogers musical.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was the whole thing. I only saw the opening number.
They only did the opening number.
But it was amazing.
They did the number that they've already done before, which is I Could Do This All Day or Save the City, whatever it's called.
Which I thought was supposed to be like the opening number.
I honestly have no idea. I have, and it's hanging up right up here, and I'm looking at it. Some lovely artist, when I went to MegaCon in May, made like a vinyl cover of Rogers the Musical, and my lovely boyfriend Sean bought it for me. And for Act 1, it basically gets up to end of, or when Cap wakes up from being iced.
Okay.
So then Act 2 is 2012 Avengers on.
Oh, okay. So maybe it's like the climax.
Yes, so it would be the second song because it is the Avengers 2012 fight against Loki.
Okay.
So in the thing I'm looking right here, the artist made it the second song of Act 2.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
can we talk about how the first song on this thing is called Little Guy from Brooklyn?
Love. Is there one called Bucky, My Best Friend? Because there really needs to be.
So, I can just read off Act 1.
Oh my gosh, girl, we're going to be here all day.
Okay. There's The Right Partner and Till the End of the Line.
Both about Bucky. Convinced.
Yeah.
Convinced, my boy. Okay, so Pacific Wharf, which is currently themed around San Francisco, is going to be rethemed as San Francisco from Big Hero 6, which has kind of been expected for a long time.
Yeah, honestly, when they announced it, I was like, oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, not much else was announced besides, like, you'll be able to dine and shop with Baymax, which is really cool because we have very few character dining opportunities, like, actually in the parks. There's, like...
That's so weird to me.
Yeah.
As someone from over here, like, that's so weird.
Like, it's at the hotels, really, where more of the character dining is. Like, so it's very little in the park. So I think that's going to be really cool. And, I mean, we've kind of been expecting it. Not much really has to change. I mean...
No.
There's not a ton that has to change. Plus, since the retheming of DCA, trying to add more IP, like, this was kind of expected.
It's been expected, yeah.
Like, it was only a matter of time till this happened.
Yeah.
What I want to know is, are we going to be able to meet the rest of the heroes from Big Hero 6?
I think so, because Epcot, we used to be able to meet Hero.
And we've talked about this before, where for a long time, he was a weird hybrid, half face, half fur character. Remember with that weird mask?
So there have been two versions of him. There was the, like, face character that was him in his, like, blue jacket and red shirt. And then there was the fur character of him, which was his superhero costume.
Yeah, and all of the superheroes have weird fur characters. The only one that I think should be a fur character is, oh gosh, what's his name? The hippie guy? Isn't his name Fred? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, Stan Lee's son.
Yeah. Which would make sense because his literally looks like a freaking monster.
Yeah.
But like, Honey Lemon? No. She could just be a regular person.
Yes.
I could play Honey Lemon.
I mean, y'all have
I'm not tall enough, but I could play Honey Lemon.
Y'all have gotten a lot of face characters recently, so I wouldn't be surprised if they made them face characters. I mean, just look at Ookie Bookie.
Yeah. So I think they should be face characters just because I think they're starting to realize that these half fur, half face things don't work.
No, yeah.
So the other thing we have coming on is Paradise Pier Hotel reimagining that's like already started.
Yes.
And it's going to be called the Pixar Place Hotel. That one is Place, right? Yes.
Yes.
The Pixar Place Hotel. And there's going to be a new splash pad themed to Finding Nemo. That's going to be part of the retheming of the property. And the concept art shows Finding Nemo characters on the splash pad, including Crush atop a water slide, which I think is going to be super fun and cute.
Of course they had to do Finding Nemo for the water park, like, splash pad area.
I mean, they could do Dory. There was a lot of cute characters in Dory.
Yeah, but still.
But no, Nemo is iconic.
Any Nemo or Dory characters.
Yeah,
obviously.
I mean, they're generally the same. The only thing is, like, in Dory, you get the cute whale, Baleen.
Yeah.
And the octopus.
Yeah.
His name I can't remember.
Hank, I think.
I think you're right. But anyway, so then we are also getting new restaurants in stores in downtown Disney. There still is the new expansion that they're trying to push through the city of Anaheim.
I think that's what... Oh, wait. Yeah, never mind.
The expansion that goes across the street and that takes over that whole corner. Yeah. They're still trying to work with the city of Anaheim to do that. You know, we did a whole episode about it, which, you know. So they're trying to still work through the city of Anaheim to do that. There's a lot of petitions going around, but I'm pretty sure that's at a standstill right now. The only thing that they can do is remodel what they already have. And so that's what they're doing. New restaurants and stores are getting remodeled, which is good because the last time I went, downtown Disney was really sad. Half the places were closed. Half the stores had no inventory. I mean, we could just chalk that up to COVID and the fact that it was 2020, but still.
Yeah.
I need to go back because it has been 2 years, and
I might
or
be
it was
going back to
2021
Disney
when I went.
Springs in October.
Okay, so let's see. We also have Run Disney races coming back in 2024. Very excited about that.
Yeah.
And new Mickey's Toontown will be opening in early of 2023, including the Runaway Railway, which the queue will be in the El Capitan Theater and will follow the life of Mickey Mouse from Steamboat Willie to more present pieces, as well as original pieces like Mickey and Minnie's House will be returning with the addition of Donald's Boat and Goofy's How to Play Yard.
Yeah. Which my phone auto-corrected Goofy to Google. And I was so confused by my notes when I went to go type it in. I want you to know that.
It said, Google. Hey, Google, let's play. Sorry if I just said anybody is like Google Home off.
I know, right? So let's get back over to Walt Disney World with Epcot, which the ongoing historic transformation of Epcot will bring the next generation of storytelling to life through a collection of immersive storytelling and new attractions and experiences, including Journey to Water inspired by Moana, which is one of the new experiences. And guests could see behind-the-scenes photos of its development and a model of Te Fiti at D23, which was huge. It was, like, huge. People were taking pictures of it, and it was towering over them.
I'm jealous.
And it will open in late 2023. We also got a first look at the statue, which will be called Walt the Dreamer, which will inspire guests as he gazes out at Epcot, encouraging everyone to follow their dreams right along with him. And it's going to
really
be in the
cute.
Dreamer's Point part of the new transformation because they're making new lands besides just the land and sea and Spaceship Earth area.
Yeah.
Now, I feel like I keep on cursing myself to deal with more Figment because of this next thing.
I just read it. Oh, man. Emma, you guys, everybody go tweet at Emma and tell about how much she loves Figment. Everybody needs to tweet Emma because she loves Figment so much, you guys.
when this was announced, I was with my friend Hayden after church because I like put in my headphones as soon as like church had ended to like watch the panel, and he hears me go, "No effing way."
I'm kind of wearing Figment colors.
I know, and no offense to Tyler, because I know my great friend Tyler
Loves Figment. Oh my god, he dressed up as Figment to D23, and
no,
it was
not Figment.
the
guy. I
the
forget
guy.
the thing.
Yes,
The
yes.
top hat guy. I forget his name. Again.
Sorry.
Anyway.
Sorry.
By the end of next year, so 2023, guess we'll get to have a meet and greet experience with the beloved Epcot character.
Beloved by all except for Emma. I feel like
Can
Figment.
we talk about how short the lines are going to be for everything else, though? Because if it's anything like the Figment popcorn bucket situation,
Oh man.
I'm getting on all the Epcot rides. That's going to be a great day.
I mean, hey, here's the thing. Figment is so polarized. He's either loved or hated. There's like nobody who's just like, he's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You either love Figment, you hate Figment. I don't know. If you think Figment is just okay, if you have zero opinion on Figment, tweet me. I want to know.
Same. I don't. Okay. I sent you the thing that happened with the. So that was the thing I sent you. That was like a screenshot of like, would you spend $100+ on Figment?
Yeah, you sent me that, and I was like, what the hell? Okay.
So that was part of the organization I'm a part of, Themes Entertainment Association. I was applying for their marketing board, and that was like one of 4 questions it asked in it, and you had to explain your answer. And I was just like, I'm not a huge fan of the character. Like, I understand people like him, but I've just never understood the appeal.
Oh, I'm surprised. The whole thing wasn't just slander bashing. Just like,
well, I know
being
that
like,
a lot of people like Figment in it, so I wasn't going to be like...
you were going to be like, oh, I hate Figment.
Yeah. And finally for Epcot, a new nighttime spectacular will be debuting in 2023 to celebrate the Disney Studios 100th year anniversary. So we're getting one 100th year anniversary thing compared to Disneyland's like
5.
Yeah.
I just texted my dad. I said, we need to go before they start construction on all this new stuff.
Yeah.
I just texted him. We should go. We should go this year for Christmas time. We haven't gone for Christmas yet. We've gone for Halloween. We've gone for the summer. We've gone at the beginning of the year. We've never gone for Christmas.
So now let's get over to the Magic Kingdom, the other monorail park. The first thing, which I'm so happy about, it was the first thing announced at the Disney Parks Experiences and Products panel. Mm-hmm. Happily Ever After will finally be coming back to Magic Kingdom starting in 2023.
I think that's something almost everybody is happy about.
All is right in the world. I don't care that, like, this makes the Figment meet and greet thing worth, like, everything for me. Happily Ever After is coming back.
That's what I want.
Yes. We are also getting...
Figment fans are thrilled then. They're like, this is the best freaking year ever.
Yeah. We are also getting the Hatbox Ghost in the Magic Kingdom appearing in 2023. Tron Light Cycle Run in Tomorrowland will finally open in the spring of 2023. Still no release date, though, for this attraction that's been put off for months.
Like 5 years.
Yes.
I feel like we've talked about this for at least 2 years. We've been talking about like, oh, they're going to open it. Just kidding. Oh, they're going to open it. Just kidding.
Yep. And then Gaby's already gone over it, but we're also getting Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Yes.
But then there were some Blue Sky projects announced. And before we talk about these projects, I just wanted to talk about what the term Blue Sky means. When it comes to theme park, which I got this information from the TikTok account at Theme Parks Entertainment. And in the world of theme parks, the term Blue Sky refers to a very early stage of design for new rides, attractions, and lands in theme parks, not just Disney, but Universal and Six Flags, like every theme park around the world.
Not
it's
me over here being like, oh, they're going to put Ice Age in now?
That's what I thought at first. But basically, it's a, quote, money is not an object, end quote, anything can happen world where you don't have to pay attention to the realistics of building theme parks, lands, and attractions. So, mechanics and all that stuff. And it will look a lot bigger and grander than the final concept.
So this is just like design ideas, like not even...
I think it was to get fans' opinions because people have been very vocal about it.
Okay.
But they've announced actually 3 Blue Sky expansions, 1 to the to Animal Kingdom and 2 to Magic Kingdom. But they will probably change again before they are finally built. Animal Kingdom announced that suggestions for Dino Land, which will be replaced probably to Zootopia and Moana, which I'm okay. Honestly, they've been getting rid of a lot of stuff in Dino Land that, like, Dino Land is, like, a bad place. Also, Dino Land is so far away. Like, it's a trek to get over there just for, like, 2 attractions.
Yeah, I feel like we've been talking about the slow death of Dino Land recently. Like, past few months have just been, like, the slow phasing out, fizzling death.
You know why. Very few details have been released regarding to how they do it. But from the concept art, it looked like Moana was going to get a log ride, kind of like Splash Mountain based, and then that they were going to build the main like Capitol
boats?
building in Zootopia.
Oh, okay.
As like its own land.
Okay.
Which I'm okay with this because Animal Kingdom scrapped the original idea of Magical Beast Land. So like that area has so much room to grow out.
Yeah, this is true. Because excuse me. Right, because the original concept was for it to be a lot bigger than it actually was. And then the actual building of it and getting the animals and building the habitats took a lot longer and a lot more money than they expected. And so then they were like, well, let's scrap that part of it. It's fine. We don't need it. So now there's this big old hunk of land in the middle of it that's not even being used.
Yes. And honestly, a lot of Dino Land can be just erased. I feel like the only thing that should stay is the dinosaur attraction. That is the only decent ride in Dino Land. And that is like an Indiana Jones.
It's like based off Dinosaur the Ride, right?
The movie?
I mean, the movie, yeah.
Yeah. It's based on that, but it's like the Indiana Jones like track system.
Okay.
But like, I hate the Carnival Dino Land area, not gonna lie. So like, bring us this Zootopia Moana land thing. Also, I had talked to Sean like the day before this panel was announced, being like, you know what would be awesome at this Disney Parks panel tomorrow if they announce one is a Disney Villains Land, which we'll get into that, because that was also a Blue Sky project announced, or a Zootopia Land, or Wakanda in Animal Kingdom. And we're getting
Wakanda and Animal Kingdom, though.
So those were my 2 ideas, was Zootopia being added or Wakanda being added.
I think Wakanda would be awesome.
Yes, because we've talked about this before. We can't have the Avengers and like Iron Man and Spider-Man and all that because
But you could have Wakanda.
Marvel expansion thing. We can have Wakanda, we can have Guardians, we can have Captain Marvel, which is why we're getting those properties.
You can have Ant-Man too, right?
Yeah, we can have Ant-Man as well.
Yeah.
So like Wakanda or Zootopia were like my 2 ideas for like how to fix Animal Kingdom.
That would be awesome. And you could do like a petting zoo of the goats in Wakanda.
Yes.
And the rhinoceroses. I mean, you can't actually have people pet rhinoceroses, but like that would be so cool. And have like Okoye and like Shuri and White Wolf, which is Bucky.
Yeah.
I just want Bucky in the parks.
There's a new movie coming out with Bucky in it. We'll get into that in a little bit.
I know.
Whenever
I just want Bucky in the parks.
I know. Let's get more into it because we are about an hour in and we're just at Disney parks, which is
We're like
page
5 pages in.
Magic Kingdom is the other park, obviously getting all these expansions coming in because Studios just got all of its expansions right before the pandemic, and Epcot is going through it currently. And Josh D'Amaro hinted at what could possibly be on, quote, the other side of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad area, because people don't know this, but there's more land past Big Thunder Mountain that they really could expand into that they just haven't. So Big Thunder
reason,
Mountain
right?
is pretty much for the same reason. But yeah, Big Thunder Mountain is the end of the Disney World map, the current Magic Kingdom map. So, Disney Parks Experiences and Products Chairman Josh D'Amaro teased
Everybody's fave.
an Encanto area, a Coco area, and a Villains area.
Okay, but Encanto and Coco can kind of live in the same realm.
That's what they were talking about.
So, it'll be, sort of like a Spanish-y, Mexican theme.
Yes.
Okay. Even though Encanto is Colombia, but okay.
But they're going to be, kind of together.
That'd be
And what he said was the Coco area could see the town of Santa Cecilia celebrating Dia de... Can you say this for me? This part?
cool. Sure. Sorry, I had to take a cough
I'm
drop.
going to mess up so much.
So the Coco area could be seen in the town of Santa Cecilia celebrating Dia de los Muertos, where guests can ride on the back of a spirit guide like Dante.
Which
or
would
Pepita.
bring them into the the spirit world area.
The
so
world
that would
of
be
the
a
dead.
so that would be a dark ride. You would enter in the town, but then there would be a dark ride to
and
go
you'd
into.
exit out into. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And
That's
then the
cool.
Encanto area could feature a tour of the magical house with Mirabelle and Bruno, and include guests opening a door and finding out their own special gift.
That's really cool.
And they were also teasing that you get to see everyone's rooms and not just the 2 that we see the 3 that we see in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Because all we see is Isabella's, Antonio, and Bruno's rooms.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd get to see more of the rooms, which is I'm excited.
I want to see what Luisa's room looks like.
Same.
That's cool.
And then they didn't really explain where it would be past Thunder Mountain area, but there'd be a new land, and it would be an area, quote, overrun by villains, end quote, and it would feature Disney's greatest baddies like Maleficent and Hades and all of them.
That's awesome.
Which, I've been wanting that forever.
We've been talking about this for a long time.
Yes, that was one of my ideas. I think when we did a Disney Parks episode of our ideas to bring
Ages ago.
Yes. So when he announced it, I was with my friend Hayden, and I just went. He went, "You excited?" I went, "Yeah." You've met him.
Yeah.
Okay, let's actually get into page 5, which starts with Disney Cruise Line.
Well, Josh D'Amaro did suggest that that's a very long ways away, though. So,
Yes.
these are, again, just, ideas that are in the works that they're tossing around.
I have predictions. Because he announced these 3 Blue Sky projects right around the time that Universal is starting construction for Epic Universe. Which is supposed to come out in, 2025, 2026. So I'm wondering if this is why he started. Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
Because Epcot should finish, or will finish all of their updates in 2023. So they can really start working on these other projects if they really wanted to.
Whereas we haven't had construction in quite a while. The biggest construction project right now that everybody's been talking about is,
Toontown.
Yeah, Toontown. And that's kind of it. That's in such a remote corner of the park. If you don't purposefully go over there, you'd never see it.
That's the same with Dinoland. So they really could just get rid of Dinoland and put it.
Nobody would really know.
Especially because I have predictions, and we will just talk about it later.
Okay, so Disney Cruise Line. Disney's adding new addition to its cruise line fleet. Excuse me, I have a cough drop in my mouth. I'm trying not to like clack it around on my teeth. The company announced that over the weekend. Oh, we already said that.
Yeah.
Of course, they announced it at D23. So the new ship is called the Disney Treasure, and Imagineers have developed a new design concept for it to celebrate Walt Disney's lifelong love of exploration. It'll feature styling from a Disney classic, the movie Aladdin. And the Disney Treasure will be the cruise line's 6th ship, closely following the first sailing of the Disney Wish back in July. And officials have said that the new ship is expected to sail in 2024. Speaking of Disney Cruise Line, the San Diego port just became a port for Disney Cruise.
Yes, and we'll get into that in a couple moments because it's going to house Disney Wonder.
Yes,
Which
it
was
will.
the first ship. Yeah.
I'm very excited.
Yes. Lighthouse Point, the company also announced that progress continues on its own 90% solar-powered private island in the Bahamas called Lighthouse Point, which will be a second destination just like Castaway Cay has always been. Yeah.
Disney Cruise Line also reportedly brings its magical vacations to Disney fanatics in Australia and New Zealand for a limited time beginning in late October of 2023, which is really cool.
Yes. And then Disney Wonder Voyages will have the first South Pacific voyages for Disney Cruise Line, and it's for cruisers who want to experience destinations like Fiji and Samoa.
I'm down.
Yeah.
I told Zach, the only way I'm getting on a cruise ship is if Mickey Mouse is on it.
That's also what you told me when I went after
And you.
recent cruise.
Anybody who says we should go on a cruise, I say the only way I'm getting on a cruise is if Mickey Mouse is waving to me from the front.
Which, again, after the kind of crumpy experience I had on that cruise, not just from me getting COVID on it, but just entertainment in general on it, I don't know how likely I would to go on that cruise line again.
Yeah. So
I'd probably spend more money and do Disney.
yeah. Zach always like, well, why do you want to go on a cruise with a bunch of screaming children? And I'm like, because I love Disney, and you don't
but
get
also
it.
they have adult area only.
They do.
parts.
They have parts that they have floors that are literally just for the adults. Like it's
Yeah,
not
they have,
all
like,
kids all the time.
Yeah, and plus most parents leave their kids at the clubs.
Yeah, there is
That's what my
adults only
parents did.
pool, adults only restaurants, adults only. There's like a whole area. Like you could,
Yeah.
if you really wanted to, you wouldn't have to see a kid the whole time you were there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, why not?
Yeah. So, let's get over internationally. And do you want to just take, I'll take Disneyland Paris and you take
Sure.
Shanghai, then...
Sure.
Okay.
So, starting with Disneyland Paris, one of the 3 upcoming Frozen lands will be in Walt Disney Studios Park, including...
Which is the name of the park there.
Yes.
One of the 2.
Including a fairy tale Norway-inspired village in snowy mountains, which connects Arendelle to the rest of the park and will be an all-new promenade featuring a new lakeside district and beautiful new gardens, one of which will feature a new Tangled theme attraction. Come on!
They
get Tangled and we get nothing?
Related things. Yeah.
Stupid. Sorry.
Oh, I'm mad about Tokyo for kind of the same reason, but another Disney film that everyone knows that I love.
Frozen is also one of the stories that will be represented in the royal transformation of the 5-star Disneyland Hotel at Disneyland Paris, and it will be fully complete in 2024. Every guest and all public areas will be rethemed on Disney stories, including Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Tangled, and more. Come on! They get 2 Tangled rethemed, and we still have nothing. You guys at least have a bathroom. We got nothing.
Yep. Also, we should probably split up Tokyo Disneyland. I just realized
That's
how
fine.
much was uploaded or updated to Tokyo Disneyland. So Shanghai is getting a Zootopia themed land.
We did talk
Wow.
about this before.
We did a little bit, but they have shown some stuff at D23.
Okay.
It opens, I think they said in 2023, and there will be an attraction in Zootopia Police Department, which will also double as the entrance to the attraction, and their guests will be greeted by Officer Clawhauser, which is the guy from the front desk in the movie.
So
And
cute.
they showed, like, a video of him. It's crazy. Look at, like, go and find that the audio animatronic online. It does speak in Chinese, so when I was watching the video, like, it was kind of weird seeing this character speak in, like, Chinese, like, in Mandarin.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a cool, little audio animatronic that's going to be over there. And I really think, because Disney World has done this before with Tron, I think they're going to see what works at Zootopia in Shanghai and then just try to transfer as much of it over to the Animal Kingdom Blue Sky project.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Try it somewhere else and then bring it in where you can in the American parks.
Yeah. Are
Hold
you
on,
looking up
video's
the video
loading.
now? Oh.
Yeah, give it a second. It's loading.
Okay. So here, I'll do the first and third land, and you can do the second land that will be added into Tokyo Disneyland.
Oh, here it is. Oh my god!
Yeah. It is insanity.
It looks...
So real. Yeah.
Okay, first of all, that's really weird. It's so funny to me that it speaks in Chinese. Second of all, holy smokes!
Yeah.
It looks so real.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow.
So, Tokyo Disneyland, you can do, you'll do the one I'm highlighting, of course, because it's Tangled.
Okay.
And then you can do the hotel,
Okay.
just to split it up as evenly as I can. So, Tokyo Disneyland is getting Fantasy Springs, which will be a highly anticipated 8th port of call at Tokyo Disney Sea, and it is set to open during the fiscal year of 2023, and it will go right in between Tokyo Disneyland and Tokyo Disney Sea, and it will have lands based on Walt Disney Animation Studios movies, Peter Pan, Tangled, and this is the second of the 3 Frozen lands.
Why are all the international parks getting Tangled rides? Come on, man.
The Peter Pan one sounds so cool, and I'm so mad. So Frozen, it will be set after the events of the first Frozen film, and it will have a boat attraction that seems very similar to Frozen Adventure over here in Epcot. And it will feature several new audio animatronic features, including Elsa singing in Japanese with hand movements that match the rhythm of the language instead of, like, just focusing on the let it go, like, matching it to the
That's
movie.
cool.
And it will be a, quote, Frozen experience that cannot be found anywhere else in the world, according to Demaro. And we will also get a restaurant set inside Arendelle Castle at the foot of snow-capped mountains. Because, you know, in Tokyo Disney Sea, it still, like, snows there.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? No.
Being at a Disney park with snow?
No, I can't.
Oh my god, that would be dope.
I know Disneyland Paris and Tokyo Disney.
I'd be down.
Same.
There's also going to be a Tangled land, which I believe we've also talked a little bit about before.
Yes.
There's going to be one gondola-style attraction, and there will also be a restaurant, come on, inspired by the Snuggly Duckling.
Yes.
Come on, man. I just want something. Give me a lantern in the corner. That's all I need. Give
The
me a
Tangled
tower.
bathroom.
Give me a bathroom. Seriously.
The Tangled bathroom.
Seriously, that's all I need.
So, Peter Pan is getting 2 brand new attractions and 1 restaurant inspired by the Lost Boys. The first of these attractions will have guests fly over the jungles of Neverland and battle with Captain Hook. I believe the story that I read somewhere said that John had been kidnapped by Hook and his pirates, and you're helping Peter and the Lost Boys save him.
That's cute.
Which is cute. I'm excited. The other one is, like, you get shrunk down to the size of the Pixies of Pixie Hollow and get to explore Pixie Hollow.
That's cool.
Come on! I love me some Neverland. I am known, like, when I went on my Disney cruise in 2017, I was known as the Peter Pan girl. Because on Pirate Night, I was first in line for Tinkerbell, and then first in line for Peter Pan.
Aw.
Granted, they were like 15-minute sets apart from each other, so I was just like, can I be the first in line for Tink? Is this where Peter Pan will meet? And they went, yeah, you're first in line now. I went, okay. I like waddled over to first in line.
Oh, man. The international parks, no fair. They get all the fun stuff. So Tokyo Disney is also getting a new deluxe Disney hotel. It will be inside Tokyo Disney Sea.
Yes.
And this will be the second hotel inside the park. There's also Hotel Miracosta as the first.
Yes.
And the hotel is above and around the, quote, magical springs that serve as the core of the new themed port story, end quote. And there's a mixture of park-facing rooms and non-park facing rooms, as well as...
So this will be, like, where Tangled, Frozen, and Peter Pan are.
Of course.
So it's going to be in the middle of all those.
Of course. And the hotel is going to feature 475 deluxe type and luxury type guest rooms, as well as a gift shop, 2 restaurants, and a lounge.
Yes.
The luxurious rooms are said to be the finest accommodations at Tokyo Disney Resort, and there's no official name for the hotel announced yet.
Yes.
They were kind of proposing with the new Disneyland expansion that they were trying to do. They were kind of proposing something like this, like a hotel that had both like park facing rooms and outdoor facing rooms. And I mean, they kind of have that with the Grand Californian, but not really. There's a lot of trees.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and then you can do the last
walkway.
Tokyo Disneyland area.
Oh, yes. There's also going to be a Space Mountain added, which is last but not least. At the beginning of 2024, Space Mountain in Tokyo Disneyland will undergo a transformation that will bring a new story to the iconic attraction and will feature a spectacular transformation from day to night. And the reimagined attraction will anchor a new plaza that will be completed in 2027.
Yep.
So, okay, hold on. Tell me why one of the newer why does one of the newest parks get the most updates? I mean, okay, truth be told, Tokyo was built at the same time as Disneyland? At Disney World?
Yeah.
Right?
I think so.
No, Paris was the same time. No, Paris was after. 80s was Paris. Paris was Eisner. So, the 70s had, like, still, 70s, okay, fine.
But still, I don't know.
How many upgrades has it gotten in the past, 40 years? Yeah, okay, fine.
Yeah. And the last of the international parks that is getting updates is Hong Kong Disneyland. And this is the only one getting a 100th anniversary, like, celebration for the Disney Studios.
Suck it, Tokyo.
As part of
Sorry.
Disney's 100th anniversary, in a way
Sorry.
to pay tribute to As a part of Disney's 100th anniversary and a way to pay tribute to Disney's original storyteller, Hong Kong Disneyland will unveil a brand new statue of Walt and Mickey that presents the famous pair seated on a bench. And this tribute is to the famous moment as Walt watched his children on the merry-go-round when that one little spark that eventually led him to create the thing we all love, which is Disneyland. And now here he sits on a bench again, but this time behind the Castle of Magical Dreams in Hong Kong.
Okay, that's really sweet.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm fine with this.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And it was such a cute little drawing of the two of them on a bench. Yeah. And this will be home to the third new Frozen themed land, so, which will open in the second half of 2023. And Damaro debuted a new artist rendering and construction photos that allowed the audience to see the 2 new attractions. One will be the first Frozen-themed coaster, which is Wandering Oaken's Sliding Sleighs. And then the other one is a boat ride.
So I assume the same thing that we already have now at Disney World for the boat ride. But
I assume.
Ogun sleighs, that could be kind of fun.
From the pictures, it kind of looks like the Matterhorn over at Disneyland.
Okay, kind of figured.
Just Frozen themed.
Yeah.
So yeah, shall we get into Disney Animation Studios since they have the 100th year going on this year?
Yeah.
And you can do the first one.
So the first one I'm super excited about is going to be Wish, and the movie is designed to celebrate 100 years of Disney storytelling with original characters and songs inspired by Disney's legacy, and it will explore how the wishing star came to be. So it's going to take place in a fairy tale kingdom that existed long before any other Disney world, called the Kingdom of Wishes, and the film will star Ariana DeBose as Asha and Alan Tudyk as a talking goat named Valentino, and I'm so excited for it, especially because the rumor is that it's 2D.
I think it is.
Has it been confirmed? I heard it was a rumor last time.
I haven't seen anything saying it's not 2D.
So that'll be cool. I'm really excited. I hope it's 2D. I hope like we're seeing like a return to form, because as much as I love 3D animation,
with the 100th anniversary, I feel like they would.
I really hope so, because as much as I love the 3D animation that we've been getting now and how amazing and fantastical it can be, I'm so sick of it. Everything looks the same.
Honestly, same.
All the characters look the same. All of it just does. Like,
and people are already complaining that she looks like Isabella from Encanto.
I saw that, and I see it too. I think she does.
A little bit.
I think the one image of her with the star that's like been circulating everywhere looks just like Isabella from Encanto.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I don't think that the complaints that everything looks the same and that everything is the same are baseless. I think they're 100% legitimate.
Yeah. And it will come out in 2023.
Yes.
The next movie coming from Walt Disney Studios is A Strange World, which we got a new trailer for the film, which comes out in theaters on November 23rd in 2022. So it's going to be the Thanksgiving release for Disney Animation this year. And the film is about the legendary Clades, which are a family of explorers whose differences threaten to topple their latest and most crucial mission. That's it. That's all we got. Honestly, I'm not too excited about this film from the trailer we've gotten. No. Kind of reminds me of, like, the Wild Thornberries. Yeah. Which, like, they've already done that. Yeah. New thing. I mean, Nickelodeon did Wild Thornberries, but still. Yeah. And then we have 2 television series, which the first one I'm excited about. It's called Iwaju, and it is a new animated series set in Africa, and it marks the first collaboration with an outside studio in 100 years, and the studio is Kujuli, I think. Kujuli, something like that. And the project is described as a love letter to Nigeria, with the intent of showing why Lagos is one of the most unique cities in the world, and it will tell the story of a wealthy heiress and a poor boy, and it is set to arrive on Disney Plus in 2023. We also got the trailer for season 2 of The Proud Family, Louder and Prouder, which will be streaming in February of 2023, only on Disney Plus. We got 3 movies and a TV series announced by Disney Pixar Studios. It's going to be the first TV series from Pixar. Interesting. The first movie, which I feel like everyone's been talking about, is Inside Out 2, which will once again take place inside Riley's head as she tackles being a teenager. And all of the emotions from the original film will be returning for the sequel. New emotions will be introduced, and the movie is very early in production, but is set to come out in the summer of 2024. So that means we're going to see, oh my gosh. Amy... Nope. No. Yep. Amy Poehler. Yes. Phyllis, oh gosh, what's her last name? Phyllis... I don't know. Smith, Amy Poehler was the one that came on stage to announce it. That's the only reason I know her. Yes, Amy Poehler is Joy. It is Phyllis Smith. So I think it's really funny that 2 of the characters from The Office are in this movie. Yeah.
But we're going to see Amy Poehler back as Joy, Phyllis Smith back as Sadness, Mindy Kaling back as Disgust, Lewis Black as Anger, and Bill Hader back as Fear, as well as new characters.
Yeah, which they didn't really announce casting, which, again, it's early in production. I didn't expect them to.
Does that mean we're going to get Caitlin Dias back as Riley?
Maybe.
That'd be cool.
All it said was the new emotions were coming back. So I don't know. Do you want to talk about Elio?
Sure. So Elio is a new sci-fi movie from Pixar about a young boy who becomes Earth's ambassador for the United Nations of Aliens, and he then has to prove that that the best part of being human is being yourself. So the movie comes out in spring of 2024, and it stars America Ferrera as Olga Solis and Yona Kibriab as Elio.
Yeah, I think so. Elemental is the last of the Pixar films that they announced, and it is from the Good Dinosaur director, Pete Son, and it will be coming out in June of next year. The movie is set in a big city and follows Ember, a fiery character, and Wade, a chill water character, as they discover their similarities despite their differences. And Leah Lewis will play Ember, Mahmudo Athey will play Wade. I'm so sorry to the actor playing Wade. Yeah. Do you want to talk about the television series?
Yeah. I was staring at it, like, trying to figure it out. I'm like, I have no idea. I'm so sorry, my friend.
Yeah.
I'm sure you're amazing, but we have we are the worst at pronouncing people's names. Google's got me. Google's always got me. Come on. How to pronounce it? So his name is pronounced Mamadou Ache.
Okay, I probably put in the last name wrong then.
Nope, that's how it's spelled.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
So do you want to talk about the first ever animated series coming from Pixar?
Yeah, so we have Win or Lose, which is going to be coming, like you said, from Pixar. And the show is a baseball-themed animated series focusing on a team called the Pickles. Oh!
It's so cute.
In their run-up to the championship game. And each episode is going to focus on a different character, from Frank the umpire to the tough guy pitcher, before finishing with the championship game. Oh, that is so cute.
It's so cute. I'm so excited.
This is adorable. And Will Forte is going to be the voice of Coach Dan in the series.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So let's go over to Disney Live Action Studio, which
I saw this first announcement. I'm so excited about this first announcement. Can I do it?
Yeah, so do you want to do the first of the movies announcements?
Yes.
Okay.
So the first one is the Haunted Mansion. I'm so excited about it. And if you didn't see the most epic announcement they did for the character
I know,
Madame
right?
Leota, oh my god! So it was this dune buggy with the back on stage, and they were like, and the new person playing Madame Leota is, and then they turned it, and Jamie Lee Curtis is sitting there just chilling, and she's like, hey y'all, and I was like, oh my god!
It's so good. That was probably the best way to announce it.
It really was.
I'm in love.
Also, how appropriate that Jamie Lee Curtis is now playing Madame Leota in the movie about the Haunted Mansion after playing the one character in Halloween for so many years. I think it's appropriate.
Yeah, especially because the last Halloween movie with her in it comes out this October.
That's true.
My dad is very excited about that, which is the only
I thought the
reason
last one was the last one.
I thought so too. I guess there was another one that I didn't know about.
They were like, this is it, the last one. And then this year they're all, this is it, the last one. And then next year they're going to do the same thing.
So we got a first look of the poster of the Snow White remake starring Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot.
Which I'm very unimpressed with the costumes.
Same. I know that you're probably not excited for this one just because of the animation.
I am
style that
so
they're doing.
not. So the next one is going to be Mufasa the Lion King, which is going to be directed by Moonlight director Barry Jenkins. And this film is a prequel to the beloved animated film The Lion King, which is fine. But it's also going to tell the story about how Orphan Mufasa rose to royalty. Okay. And
the one thing I hope with this is that we get why Scar has the scar.
I thought in the book they said it was because he fought Mufasa and Mufasa won.
Yes, but I want to see it on stage.
Yeah. You mean screen?
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. So the movie's going to use the same animation style from the 2019 live-action Lion King remake. Therefore, I'm probably not going to watch it. I'm going to tell you right now.
Yeah.
And the movie's set for a release in 2024.
Yeah.
I have feelings about it.
I know you do.
Okay. That's it. I have feelings. They're there. Everybody knows them. Let's move on.
Hold on. We got the first public teaser trailer, and in-person audiences got to see the Part of Your World segment for the Disney live-action Little Mermaid.
Which everybody's excited for.
Yeah. I've seen...
I was going to fix
people.
that.
Oh, I was fixing it right now. I'm adding in their names. Sorry. You can go ahead with Descendants.
Disenchanted, you mean?
Yeah.
So,
I'm sorry. I'm doing something for the Descendants one right now.
So I'm really excited for this next one. We get Disenchanted because we got the trailer of the long-awaited sequel to 2007's Enchanted, starring Amy Adams, Patrick Dempsey, and Idina Menzel.
His character's Robert.
His character
which
is
is
Robert.
Why I did that. I'm so sorry.
I know, it's okay. I love Patrick Dempsey. I love him. So from what I've seen and from what the trailer seems to be,
Yes.
it looks like Giselle turns.
So I think, and this is my one prediction for this movie with just that trailer, is she wishes for the real world to be a fairy tale. She's a stepmother. What are stepmothers in fairy tales?
Ooh, okay. I think that's probably a good prediction. Also, does Idina Menzel sing in this one? I really hope she does.
They announced that she was going to sing in this one.
Even if it's just a little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
I think it'd be great. Plus, oh my gosh, then Nancy's the princess because she married Edward.
Yeah.
So, ooh, okay, I think this is going to be a really interesting take. I'm really stoked. Also, Morgan's all grown up. She's a teenager now.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. Plus, who doesn't love Daddy Patrick Dempsey?
You can do Hocus Pocus too.
I'm also really excited about this one because we got the brand new poster and the trailer for the highly anticipated sequel of Hocus Pocus. Comes out on September 30th. So that's a week.
Yes. Only on
Disney Plus. I'm ready.
We got a glimpse of the poster for the new live-action Peter Pan and Wendy film that comes out in 2023, which is the, I believe, 70th year of Disney's Peter Pan.
Wow.
Because it came out in 1953. So it's coming out in the anniversary of Peter Pan.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then the last of the movie announcements is the Pocket Watch, which will be a spinoff to the Descendants franchise and is scheduled to be released on Disney Plus in the future. They've just started to start filming everything for it, but Trina Ann McClain will be coming back as Uma. And the story follows Red, who is the daughter of the Queen of Hearts, which will be portrayed by Kylie Control, and Chloe, which will be portrayed by High School Musical, the series, Tiana Renee, as the daughter of Cinderella.
Yeah.
And then I can do the two book ones, so American Born Chinese, and then the one I'm excited about. So now let's get into these TV shows. American Born Chinese is an upcoming series based on the graphic novel of the same name by Jean Lun Yang, and it follows the story of Jean Wang as he meets the foreign exchange student at his school, which leads him to become involved in a battle between the gods of Chinese mythology. The series is set to premiere on Disney Plus, and we got a first look at the teaser trailer, which can we talk about how clickbaity it was when they started when they started the panel that introduced this series? They were like, inspired by a book series surrounding mythology, and me being like, Percy Jackson? And then they went, American-born Chinese, and I went, I know Percy Jackson's in this panel. When are you giving it to me?
That's what I read. I read a lot of articles this year about like D23 panels and videos being very clickbaity with like what they were doing. Like,
I was so mad.
That's what
I was so mad.
Yeah. That's kind of the general impression about it, is that it was all very clickbaity and people were not very happy with it.
You can do this one. This next one.
Sorry, my grandma's calling me.
It's no problem.
So the next one we have is National Treasure: Edge of History, and this is an upcoming series developed for the streaming service Disney Plus, based on a
continuation.
Sorry, let me try that again. So next we have National Treasure: Edge of History, and this is going to be an upcoming series developed for the streaming service Disney Plus, based on and a continuation of the National Treasure film series, which is awesome. So hopefully we get some cameos in there from the original cast. That'd be cool. Some Nick Cage.
I think they are.
That'd be cool.
I think they are.
So it's set to premiere on December 14th of this year with a special 2-episode premiere. And we also saw the first official trailer for this series, which you can find all of the trailers online.
Yeah. Including this next one.
Emma's gonna pee her pants if we don't go, so go ahead.
Percy Jackson and the Olympians, which is in all caps in our notes,
because Emma can't help herself. She's so excited.
So Rick Riordan recently found out his last name is Riordan and not Riordan. Blew my mind. Invited the young trio of Arian Simhardy, Leah Savage-Jeffries, and Walker Scobell, who are Grover Underwood, Annabeth Chase, and Percy Jackson, respectively, for their first public on-stage appearance together, and they were just absolutely wonderful. And the young trio talked a little bit about their characters, and Walker Scobell made me cry. He stated, quote, I promise you I will always try my hardest every single day to bring Percy Jackson to life for all of us. Tears. Yes, again, like, I've known that, like, Rick stated that they were cast based on their personalities, not appearances, for the first time, but in this, like, interview, like, little thing that they did real quick, you could really see their characters just, like, shine through. Mm-hmm. And it just made me happy. And then the trio plus Rick Riordan, again, still getting used to it, released the first teaser trailer, which they've only been filming for, like, 2 or 3 months now. They've only filmed up to, like, chapter 9, I believe, which gave audiences a sneak peek of Camp Half-Blood with Walker Scobell narrating the trailer with the famous opening monologue to the first book, which starts out, look, I didn't want to be a half-blood. And, again, tears. I received my reaction
I received a 1.5-minute Snapchat of Emma crying about this.
Yeah, and you can go on my TikTok and see my reaction to the teaser trailer, because I posted it.
She was sobbing.
And the series will come out soon, according to Disney Plus, but I don't think it's soon enough, in 2024.
Okay, it could be worse. They could have been like, 2027, ha ha ha!
But still, 2024.
That's a long time, babe. You're gonna be okay. Lots gonna happen between now and then.
Yeah.
You'll be okay. So moving on, the next one we're going to see is the 4th installment of the Tim Allen Santa Claus franchise, The Santa Clauses. And in this limited series, Scott Calvin. I always flip his name. I always say Calvin Scott, even though it's Scott Calvin. I don't know why. It just feels better that way. But in this limited series, Scott Calvin, which is Tim Allen, is ready to step down from his Santa duties and provide his family a new life south of the North Pole. With his 65th birthday on the horizon, Scott, whose Santa magic is beginning to fade, searches for a replacement. a Santa Claus suitable enough to manage the workshop and take care of the elves. The Santa Clauses starts streaming on November 16th only on Disney Plus, and I cannot wait to watch this holiday season.
Especially because they're bringing back the one kid from the first two.
Yep. The main kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the fro.
Yeah. And we got an official trailer and poster for the upcoming streaming series. Again, you can find it on the Disney official YouTube page.
Mm-hmm. So, Madhu, which is an unscripted docuseries, oh my goodness, Disney original documentary, has announced its next feature documentary on Anthony Madhu, the Nigerian boy who became a viral sensation after a 44-second video showed him dancing ballet barefoot on a rainy street outside of Lagos.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
We also have Growing Up, an unscripted docuseries, which is created by Brie Larson and Culture House. Growing Up is an innovative hybrid docuseries that explores the challenges, triumphs, and complexities of adolescence through 10 compelling coming-of-age stories, as each episode follows one individual ages 18 to 22. It's already started streaming on Disney+. There's also a new docuseries called Choir, which is based on a moving and motivational story behind, quote, America's Got Talent, end quote, finalists, the Detroit Youth Choir. And it's inspired by DYC artistic director Anthony White's story as a teacher, mentor, and father figure in the heart of Detroit. Anthony has impacted and empowered more than 1,000 kids through music for over 2 decades.
Yeah. I'm excited for these docuseries. They seem interesting.
Yeah, I think they're going to be great.
Now for the mock series that I think this is its final series. Final season. They haven't announced it yet, but I'd assume so. High School Musical, the series, has been renewed for a 4th season, and it is promised to be bigger and better than ever. The upcoming season will see the return of Miss Jen, which is portrayed by Kate Reinders, working with her students as they put on a production of High School Musical 3 senior year. But in keeping with the show's increasingly meta approach, the students learn on their first day back that their school will be used as the location to film the long-awaited High School Musical 4, The Reunion. And that they will also be featured as extras in the reunion, which they've had cast members from the originals before.
Is this their sneaky way of, like, sprinkling in that there's going to be some sort of reunion? Is this their way of testing it out and maybe being like, would people be receptive to this?
I think so, because they've brought back, for, like, the High School Musical series, they
Corbin
brought back
Bleu.
the Poppet Locket girl, Corbin Bleu, which I ended up liking his character, by the
not
way.
Monique Coleman. Oh gosh, what's her name?
The girl, the Poppet Locket Jam and Break.
Yeah, she plays Martha. She's all over TikTok. I love her. She's great. What's her name?
I don't know. And then Lucas Graybrill, who played, who played Ryan.
Casey Stroh, that's her name.
Yep. I don't know. I'm excited. I think that's why we've seen both Vanessa and Zach recently by that high school.
Mm-hmm. I think
because they've been filming this series since like day one at that high school.
I don't know, but I think this is their way of testing the waters.
Yeah. So shall we get into Lucasfilm, which only announced one movie, but has a bunch of TV series?
Yeah, because then we got to keep going. There's so many. We got to, like, rapid fire the rest of this. Holy smokes.
We just have Marvel Studios and Lucasfilm announcements.
But there's, like, 3 pages.
One of the pages is literally pretty much just the outro.
Okay, fine. So
I will say that.
Okay, so movies from Lucasfilm. Which I don't get why this is from Lucasfilm, but we got Indiana Jones, number 5, from Lucasfilm. Doesn't have, like, a subtitle yet. But D23 Guest got the first look at the film. Along with the first look for Guest, it was announced that James Mangold is working with John Williams for scoring the film. Whoop, whoop. And Harrison Ford has also announced that Indiana Jones 5 will be the final time with this quote, "This is it. I'm not falling down for you again."
Yeah. I think it's because it was part of the Lucasfilm Marvel and 20th Century panel.
Maybe.
Which I'm not even including the 20th Century panel because all they did was Avatar and...
Who cares about Avatar? Avatar had its moment and it's over.
Yeah.
So a television series, there's a ton.
There's a ton. Willow. We got the epic new poster and official trailer for Willow, which is an original series streaming this November on Disney+.
We got Andor, brand new official trailer for the series streaming starting on September 21st, so this week.
Yes. We got Tales of the Jedi, which got an official trailer for the series, and all 6 original shorts will be streaming on October 26th.
Season 2 of The Bad Batch got a release date for that. It will be on January 4th of 2023, and it will be a 2-episode premiere.
Ahsoka, there wasn't a trailer or release date, but we did hear a little bit about the show from Jon Favreau. Quote, "It's remarkable what they're able to accomplish with all the knowledge Dave has. Amazing action, lightsaber battles." End quote. And earlier this week, not necessarily D23, but figured I should mention it, is we got official casting for Ezra Bridger. Originally rumored Mina Masad was not cast as the role, but Iman Esfandi has been tapped to play the live-action Ezra Bridger.
Yes. We also have the upcoming show of Skeleton Crew. There was no footage for this upcoming show, but John Watts and Christopher Ford briefly talked about it, which follows a group of kids who are lost in the Star Wars galaxy. This show will be set in the New Republic era, and they've been filming for a few weeks now. Jude Law will also be on this show.
Yes. And he came out as well, so.
Yes.
Yeah. The Mandalorian Season 3, we got a trailer for it, and the season will be coming to Disney Plus in 2023.
And I love the way they did the trailer.
Same.
So good. Doesn't give anything away, but it hooks you.
Yep. Yep.
We also have Young Jedi Adventures. Jamal Avery Jr. and Emma Berman star as Kai Brightstar and Nash Durango, respectively, in Star Wars Young Jedi Adventures, coming in 2023. In-person audiences also got a first look at the new series.
Yes, which I was mad about because how they kept on doing, like, if they wanted to just give the in-person audiences the first look, was a "we'll be right back" thing on the live stream.
Stupid.
I was mad. Now let's get to Marvel Studios.
Yes.
Movies. There were some TV shows. Movies. Black Panther Wakanda Forever. New footage was shown exclusively at D23 for in-person audiences, and the plot was released more, which will focus on the rest of the world trying to capitalize on getting Wakanda's resources when they're at their weakest after the passing of T'Challa.
Big sad. We also got Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. It was announced that Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania will directly link with the announced Avengers, the Kang Dynasty, and Randall Park will return as Jimmy Woo. Woohoo!
I'm so excited about that.
Everybody's excited.
Yes. Fantastic Four. Matt Shakman was announced as director, but no casting was announced. In theaters, November 8th of 2024.
So you have to speculate if we're going to see some of the Fantastic Four that we saw in Multiverse of Madness. Like, are we going to see John Krasinski, you know?
What I saw was rumors that Josh Boyega was going to be in it.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean
Star
that
Wars.
John Krasinski can't also play
True.
Mr. Fantastic, which he did in Multiverse of Madness. So we'll see where that goes. We also have Captain America, New World Order, which we got a logo for. It also returns Tim Blake Nelson as the leader, Carl Lumbly as Isaiah Bradley, and Danny Ramirez as the new Falcon were all announced. Shira Ha has also been cast as Israeli superheroine Sabra. The leader will be the main villain of the film, and Julius Ona described the film as a paranoid thriller. Where's my Bucky?
I'll let you do this next one.
Yeah. This one I'm excited for. Thunderbolts begins filming early next year. The Thunderbolts team includes Bucky, Sebastian Stan, Yelena, who is played by Florence Pugh, Valentina, who will be played by Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Ghost, who will be played by Hannah John Kamen, and John Walker / U.S. Agent, which will be played by Raya Russell again, Taskmaster, who will be played by Olga, oh gosh, I can never say her name, Kurylenko, and
Yes.
Red Guardian, who's played by David Harbour.
So yeah, these are all returning cast members.
Yes.
Or cast
Yes.
from Marvel.
Some from...
And then the last...
some from...
Black Widow.
Yeah, some from Black Widow, some from the Falcon Winter Soldier series.
Falcon Winter Soldier.
And then some from X-Men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the last of the movies, the Marvels, first footage of the film was shown to in-person audiences, and that film includes Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel, and a brand new hero, which I think is played by Monica Rambeau's actress. Because it's Monica Rambeau.
Yes, it's her character.
Yeah. Which, off topic a little bit, but Miss Marvel's actress, she got to meet Harrison Ford. And the pictures are literally if I met Harrison Ford.
It's just like...
Yeah.
So, next,
Ironheart.
we have some television shows.
Yes.
So we have Ironheart.
Which Anthony Ramos, who will play the Hood, which is the show's main villain. Ryan Coogler is executive producing and debuted a trailer for the series. And the series will explore, again, the battle between magic and tech.
We also got the first trailer for Secret Invasion, which will release in 2023 only on Disney+.
Armor Wars, which Don Cheadle stated that Armor Wars begins filming next year and is set right after Secret Invasion. And we got a logo for it.
Loki Season 2 was announced, as well as the announcement that Ki Hong Kwan has been cast in Loki Season 2. And D23 attendees also got an exclusively shown footage from Loki 2, which included a lot more Kong action from Jonathan Majors.
Daredevil, Born Again, Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio took the stage to announce a new logo. Charlie Cox said that he is excited to start again with Daredevil with, quote, double the amount of time, end quote. Daredevil Born Again begins filming in 2023, and it will have 18 episodes.
Instead of, 6, like the last one had.
Yeah, instead of, 6 or 8
Yeah.
or whatever.
The last one we have is Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur. So at D23, a full trailer was released that showcased so many more characters and designs for all of Lunella's family, and a handful of the villains she'll be facing off with, including the nefarious The Beyonder, which will be voiced by Lawrence Fishburne, who is also the producer.
Yes, so this is an animated.
Yes. The series boasts a number of undisclosed characters voiced by guest stars like Maya Hawke, Daveed Diggs, Wesley Snipes, Kobe Smulders, Luis Guzman, and more. And the series will premiere on February 10th of 2023 on the Disney Channel, with a release on Disney Plus shortly after.
Yes. And then we're getting a special by Marvel Studios. It wasn't a TV series or a movie. Called Werewolf by Night. Michael Giacchino, who previously worked with the MCU as a composer for scores including No Way Home, is officially revealed as the director on this project. Gail Garcia Bernal and Laura Donnelly are going to be the leads. It will be a black and white retro horror mystery from Marvel.
I'm excited for this.
And audiences also got a first trailer and a poster for the special that comes out this year on October 7th, only on Disney+.
Very excited for that.
I honestly am too. The trailer looks great.
Honestly, there's so many exciting things that are going to come in the next, 7 years.
Yeah.
I say 7
5
because...
years.
Well, some of it said 2027, but... So 5
That's
years,
5
yeah.
years from now.
The next 5 years are going to be very exciting.
Plus, whenever the Blue Sky projects are officially announced.
Yeah, so that could be 7
beyond.
years. Mm-hmm.
True.
But yeah, we got a lot to look forward to, and, I'm definitely going to try to hit up some Disney parks before all the construction happens again.
Yeah. Construction's been happening at Epcot since prior to the pandemic,
Yeah. So, yeah.
So shall we see them in the outro?
Yeah, we will.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Fan Fatales. We're a proud part of the Real Fans Podcast Network.
That's right, and if you want to check out more shows on the network, you can find them at rf4rm.com.
Next week, we will be doing some Harry Potter BuzzFeed quizzes.
And remember to subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts.
And subscribe to us on YouTube.
Please leave us a review and comment down below to tell us what you thought of the show. And remember to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at FanFatalesPod for the latest updates. Now, Emma, where can the people find you on social media?
So my Instagram and TikTok and Twitter are all at SnippyEmma, which is SNIPPYEMMA. What about you, Gabs?
I'm at Gaby Gent on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. That's GABYJENT.
Our editing is by the wonderful Carol Linsmeyer.
And as always, thank you for tuning in.
Bye!
The views expressed in this episode do not affect the band or company that they're about.